Hello and welcome. This is a huge video to show you all the different items and ways you can make fake bakes. Number one, I wanted to show you how to mix plaster of Paris and show you can use several different molds. So here I have some plaster of Paris and I'm going to add some water to it. It should be 2-part plaster, 1 part water, like a pancake consistency. If you add too much water, it'll just take longer to dry. You want to mix it really good, get all the lumps out. You want to save any of your containers that you would throw in the trash, because you do not want to use your regular utensils and get this in your sink, because it will clog your pipes. So you're going to continue mixing it very well. Here I have like plastic candy molds. And I'm just going to fill them up. Just like that. Mine's a little thick. It could have been a little bit thinner, but that's okay. Give it a quick shake to level it out and get some air bubbles to rise. Now at this point you want to spray it with vinegar. Oh my god, sorry. At that point you want to spray it with rubbing alcohol to get the air bubbles out. Which I did not do because I did not know that at that part. This is when I first started using plaster of Paris. But I know now, so I'm letting you guys know. Here I have some lollipop Easter molds. And I will be demoing them in later on in this video. I wanted to put one video, a whole bunch of my videos into one to show you all different types of items you can use for decorations and all different types of materials you can use to make fake bakes. My favorite ways are using plaster of Paris, and I like making my own DIY clay, and I'll show you how to do that also in this video. So we're just going to fill them up, tap them, give them a quick shake, add our straws in, and then add a little bit more plaster of Paris on top of where you insert the straw. And you let them sit. Now we're going to do this silicone mold I have for cupcake liner. I like to do my cupcakes with plaster of Paris because you can do them with the spray foam. A lot of people do. It's a great option if you want to hang them from your tree. And if you do that way, only fill it up halfway. But I like using plaster of Paris. One, because it's heavier. And it won't be falling over. And two, I just don't like the spray foam. It's sticky, it's hard to clean up. Just not my thing. You can heat these in the oven on low heat at 175 degrees and just keep an eye on them until they're dried out, and then put them on a cooling rack. So now I'll show you a way of using hot glue. You can use color hot glue, which I have not tried yet, but I'm going to use regular hot glue. So here's my mold from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to fill it with my regular old clear hot glue. Now to get these more leveled, you can heat it up in the microwave and check it like every 20-30 seconds. And I did do that, just not in the video. And then just give them a quick coat of paint. So you can just paint it with regular acrylic paint. You can give it a coat of Mod Podge. I show you in this tutorial several different ways I'm making conversation hearts. This was my very beginning of learning fake baking. So I have my hearts there and my paints. And I'm just going to give them all 2 coats. I don't show you me painting them all. Because this is just a tutorial of items you can use and ways you can decorate them. And I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. Even though it is long. So here I'm just doing my second one. I do 2 of each color. And then here they are dried. Now you can take a stamp and stamp it, but I'm just going to take a Sharpie. With my cute little bubblegum machine I got at Hobby Lobby. And I just put a little piece of that car wash material in from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna write my little sayings with my Sharpie on my little hot glue hearts. Now I didn't put Mod Podge on these because conversation hearts are not shiny. But you could put a matte Mod Podge if you like. I didn't own that at the time. I would like to try it with the color glue sticks. I did buy a separate glue gun to try that, and I do have color glue sticks. I bought them to do my little honeybees, which I have never done before. But I'm ready to do a whole bee series and ladybugs this summer. Be totally different than you've seen other people do. And then once you're done writing all your little sayings on it, just add it in your decor. Or just set them on your little tier tray, whatever you would like. Or if you wanted to make a garland, add these to a nice string and just add some hot glue on the back. That would make a cute little garland. Might try that next Valentine. See, I always watch my own videos and do voiceovers and come up with other ideas. Now it's just a matter of remembering it. So now I'm just going to put a little heart here for my little handle for the knob. And that's it. Cute little conversation heart made out of hot glue. Now to use plastic base fillers. Here I have a bag of plastic base fillers from Amazon. I'm going to take some clear little cups and add them to my cups. I have some alcohol ink here. And I'm just going to, oops, not spill it and make a mess. Clean up my mess here. Can't waste these little gems, these little diamonds. I bought this 3-pack alcohol ink at Hobby Lobby. So just add the color until you get the desired look you want, and then dump it out in a paper towel. It'll dry really quick. Because it's rubbing alcohol. I do not remember the colors, but I do have a full video on it. If you want to go back to see the colors, you can check out that video. So I was just testing them, they're already dried. I'm just going to move on to the side here. Get another cup. Add some more. Get another cup and add some more. And I'm going to do the other two colors that came in the package. I think it was a pink and a purple. Super pretty. I liked it so much I wanted to make more. This goes a long way. I have been making regular rock candy, and I also made miniature ones on future DIYs. When I did my candy my candy land gingerbread train, there I was showing you that I poured it out in a napkin to let it dry. some really pretty colors. And dump that into a sandwich baggie. I'm going to do the same with this one. And I still, to this day, save every little one. And I'm just using these little Dixie cups. Now I'm going to add the purple. And I'm also going to show you another way if you don't have alcohol ink in this tutorial of how to do it with paint. So I'm giving you two options. But to make alcohol ink is very easily, and I do want to do a video on that one day. I bought the alcohol, bought the bottle, but you can just take a regular old Dollar Tree marker and soak it in some rubbing alcohol and make your own. But it's gotta be good rubbing alcohol. So here I have a wooden skewer, and I'm grabbing my little gems here that I just dyed, and I'm just putting some hot glue on it, on my stick, and coating it with the colored stones. I was having a little bit of trouble inside the bag, so don't do that. And you're just going to keep layering it, and then rolling it into your little diamond vase fillers that you colored. And just build it up. Until it looks like rock candy. And you can shape it. Then take a coat of Mod Podge and just seal it. And then I just dip it back in again. Just to cover up all that glue. Trying to make it fuller. Should have done it this way from the beginning. Trying to do it in the bag was really difficult. And you know rock candy's like thick at the beginning and slants down, so you want to try to shape it the best you can. Just keep working with it until you get the desired shape and fill it in all the little areas. It looks so pretty. Especially in, I mean, it looks pretty there, but it's really pretty in person. And looks so real. I'm sure another alternative could be rubbing alcohol. I haven't tried it, so don't count. Not rubbing alcohol. Oh my god, Epsom salt. So I'm not sure on that one. So I'm just going to give another quick coat of the Mod Podge to seal it. But I think Epsom salt would work. It would just be cloudy. It wouldn't be this really nice crystal candy as we have here. And then there's what it looks like, and when it dries it'll be completely clear. So now here's another way of doing it with paint. So now I have some lime green paint, and I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to add it to a strainer, and I'm going to run it underneath water in my sink to get some of that paint off. Make sure you shake it out real good. And then you want to put that on a paper towel. Now, of course, that's not going to dry as quick as the rubbing alcohol. I just add a little bit more paint because a lot of it was coming off. And I'm just working with it and keep mixing it. So you want like really watered down paint. And I'm just spreading it out and mixing it. Just using my little skewer. So here it is dried. And I have my wooden skewer there. Not sure on the exact color I used, but you could pause it and look. And I also have a green straw. So I'm going to do the same process, but hot glue on my skewer. and just roll it in to the crystals and just keep doing that and building it up. This is a pretty long video, so you guys might want to grab a drink and some popcorn. Because I'm showing you so much in one video. Everything I have learned so far. And all the different things I had made. So just keep adding your glue and rolling it into your crystals till you get the desired shape and thickness that you want. And molding it with your hands to press them together. And then you can roll it into the crystals too. Then I'm going to add someone to the bottom to thin it out. And just keep adding it where I see it's needed. Put a nice chunk on the top. And that one turned out pretty good. And see, you can do it with paint too. You don't need rubbing alcohol. I'm sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up this morning. You don't need alcohol ink if you don't own it. And then I'm just going to attach my straw. There was a little bit of glue sticking out, so I'm just going to rub it in the crystals and it'll cover the straw. So you can also make a decorative with the straw instead of just a skewer. And then I'm just going to make a little bow. I did not seal this one with Mod Podge, I don't think, on this video. So I just took a little piece of white ribbon, tied it around, made a little white bow. Super cute little candy. So if you don't have Mod Podge, you don't have to do that part. I'm just making sure my bow is perfect. And that's how you do it with paint. My favorite way is with the alcohol ink. I noticed there's a little spot. I needed some. If you saw that indentation. Oh, found another spot. Then just cut your little ribbon down. And that's it. You still see the crystals, but I still like it the other way. But there's another option for you. Now let's try to show you how to make drizzle for your fake bakes. This is super easy, and I keep it in little squeeze bottles that I've recycled. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge and pour it in my bottles. Or not. Wasn't coming out too thick. You know, this big old bottle of Mod Podge is MIA right the second my craft room moved. It's driving me crazy. I need my Mod Podge. Now you can get squeeze bottles from Dollar Tree. And just add the color of your choice. For your chocolate color. I think that was burnt umber. And just mix it up really well in your bottle. And then give it a really good shake to mix it more. And I like to store all my bottles when it comes to painting all upside down. That way they're ready to go when I need them. So there's our milk chocolate color. Now we're going to repeat the process with adding our Mod Podge to the bottle. And I added white and pink parfait paint to the bottle and shook it up. To make the strawberry milk chocolate and the white milk chocolate. And there's all three colors. Now I'm making a yellow color. So I just did the same thing in a bottle with my Podge and poured some paint in. Now let's show you how to decorate with puppy paint. Here I made some gingerbread men, kids, out of plaster pears and painted them with some brown paint, light mocha, and I got some pastel puppy paint. And I'm gonna make some little fake bake gingerbread kids. Now to dry these quicker, you can use your heat gun. I did research that. You cannot, I repeat, cannot put it in the oven. And then I have some little sprinkles here, and I just sprinkle it on top of its head. And I'm just going around, adding the little white parts on it for his little lines and his eyes, and pink for his cheeks, and then I'm just taking a white marker for his mouth and doing his eyebrows. Now to give him a little pink nose. So you can use puppy paint too on your fake bakes. As your icing. And I'm just doing a little girl here. I only do a couple to show you. And show you the rest all together. And just color her in. Now I'm going to give her a little icing head. Add a little bit of sprinkles on her. And I did use these in my fake bake train if you want to check out that video. I didn't think I did all, showed them all. Okay. I'm doing this cute little boy. Just making his hat and jumper match. Pink little mouth. Dot his eyes. Give him some icing on his head. Add a little bit of sprinkles. And this is how you decorate with puppy paint. You can do your cupcakes and everything that you make out of plaster in Paris. Or you can use the drizzle. Again, just sharing many different ways and options that you can do things. And then you can also add little clay pieces. I made them out of polymer clay, leftover clay. And I just used a cookie cutter and cut out a little heart. And then we have his last one to do. Again, we're going to paint him real quick. You can paint anything you make out of your plaster, Paris, or clay with puppy paint. Say you did some fake little ice creams out of some cookie cutters, you made them out of clay. You can still decorate them with the puppy paint. You can make them that 3D look. Give them that drip look. I think it'd be great for ice creams. And then this one, I'm just using my little white paint marker. And here's what they look like with the puppy paint. Another way you can do baked bakes. Now to how to use your drizzle with your baked chocolates. So here I took a candy mold and I made some candy pieces out of, yes, plaster of Paris again. So they're sitting here, they're already dried. And I made some candy out of this mold I made. I took a real piece of candy from a candy box and made it. And then I took this mold and made some hearts. I'm just going to give you a quick demo of those drizzles that we made. And this I did not have upside down. You know, I thought would be really great for these little bottles is take a fake donut and have on your desk to hold your bottles upside down. So I'm just going to give it a nice coat. And I did light chocolate and dark chocolate. And here's all my candy pieces. Now I'm going to take that same drizzle and I'm going to show you how you can decorate. Because remember, chocolate's shiny. And then you can just clean it up with your paintbrush. Make sure your lines are pretty straight. Let this dry in between, and here's what it looks like when it's dried. Now to do homemade clay, 2 cups of baking soda, 1 cup of cornstarch, and I think it said 1.5 cups of water. I'm not sure, it went by too fast. So you just heat it up on the stove, keep stirring and stirring and stirring until it gets thick like that, just like mashed potatoes. Then you want to knead it really well to make sure it's mixed. Now I didn't color this one, but you can color it with paint or food coloring, whatever you like. You're just going to coat your surface with cornstarch. And here I'm just making some conversation heart cookies. And I did these in plain white. Oh, and I made some cupcakes and all, but later on painted them. But in this video I will show you where I did use the same clay and I colored it and made colored conversation hearts with the same cookie cutters. Oh, here I'm making some little cupcakes. These were super cute. I got all these off of Amazon. So you just dip your cookie cutter into your cornstarch and cut them out. Really cute little set of all different sized cupcakes. So you can use cookie cutters, you can use molds. Now we're going to go back to some plaster of Paris. Now I have this huge mold of a cupcake. I have no clue why I even bought it and when I bought it. But I am taking a bowl and I'm making a big batch. We are going to make a gigantic cupcake, a centerpiece cupcake. So we're going to fill that one up, shake it. We're going to make some more. And yes, I know I'm using my kitchen utensils, but I do wipe these out completely with paper towels and baby wipes to make sure it's all off before I go and wash them. Now to decorate with our drizzle, and I'm going to use seed beads. So I'm making a new batch of drizzle to paint with. So I just mixed my Mod Podge and burnt umber. And I'm just going to paint the bottom of my cupcake to make it like a chocolate cupcake. And I took that same drizzle that I made in the bottle. and put around the edges to have the drip going down. And I still have this on a cooling rack, that way, because it was still air drying, and that's the way I left it. Now I have the top, and since I need a lot of pink, I just mixed the Mod Podge with the same pink parfait color. And I'm going to make a pink cupcake. So I just glob it on there, let it do its thing, paint it on. Now I'm taking my mixture of sea beads and sprinkle that I'm using for sprinkles. I picked all different color pinks. Oh no, I didn't. Sorry. I put some little glass seed beads on there. Now I'm taking all my color seed beads off and putting them in a container that are all different shades of pink. And I'm adding them on. So that's another thing you can use for fake sprinkles, is little seed beads. Here it is all dried. So I'm going to hot glue my top on. I'm super happy with it. I love this piece. I never did make a real cake out of this. Now, can't see it, but I have a fake cherry there that I made out of clay. And I took some red paint and some black, a little bit of black, and mixed into it. And I'm just painting my cherry. The top is actually a piece of a flower stem that I added in. At the time, I did not own fake cherries. I made my own. And I just add that on top. And then this DIY also I did. I took some small mason jars and I wanted to make them into candy mason jars. So I mixed the Mod Podge with some pink again. And the Mod Podge with the burnt umber to make strawberry and chocolate. And I'm just painting half of my jar pink. And this is the way to make cute little fake bake decor. To hold your pencils, your paintbrushes, your fake baked lollipops like I did. But it's definitely a cute way to make some fake baked decor. I did find some cute little ribbon later on at Dollar Tree that had sprinkles on it, and I am going to add them to my little jars on the top to hide the rim. I think that would be super adorable. Just coating the bottom with the chocolate paint. Oh, shouldn't say paint, chocolate drizzle. Now I let them dry. And then I'm making my drippings with my bottles that I have made up. And I'm sprinkling some glitter on it. Now I'm adding my seed beads. So now I got my chocolate. Oh no, I didn't wait for it to dry. I apologize. I added my drips to my seed beads. Now I'm adding drips on top. And here's another way of doing FAKEBAKes with air dried clay. So I have a cute little heart pan, and I'm going to make a chocolate chip cookie. So I got crayola air dried clay. Add a little bit of brown paint to it to make it look like a cookie color. And I'm just going to texture it with my paintbrush. And I'll take some more clay, add some of that brown paint to make some darker chips. Gets a little messy. I'm just going to add my little chips in, because they're melted. Chocolate chips are melted. I do want to make a chocolate chip mold. And then I'm just going to take some more of that burnt umber color and just make them a little bit darker. And I just splatter some of the paint onto it and take some more of that paint and just dry brush the edges to make it look like it's a baked cookie. And then I take my chocolate drizzle and then I coat them so they have that shiny gloss as chocolate. And there's our cookie. Now to paint with drizzle for to make candy lollipops. So remember them lollipops we made earlier in the video. So we're going to take some Mod Podge again with some yellow paint. I think it's a school bus yellow. I didn't add a lot. And I'm just going to give my lollipop a coat with the paintbrush. Make a cute little Easter chick. I think I want them a little darker. So I added some more paint. So I'm just giving them a second coat in that color. I'm adding a little bit of paint on the side. Because now we're going to highlight his little areas. Take a little bit of that brown. A little bit of white paint. And I'm just going to color them in. And this is a cute little way to do your little decorative lollipops with drizzle and some regular paint. I do give them a coat of Mod Podge after they dry to make them all glossy. He's looking super adorable so far. And yes, I have to do the back. So I'm going in with the brown and doing his eyes. And I just use my paintbrush. I'm just touching them up now. Some more of that drizzle and extra yellow paint. Giving them that second coat. So again, I'm using the end of my brush to do the markings, and I'm using the brush part to put the drizzle in. Now we're going to do our bunny, and we're going to do him with the white drizzle that we made. So he's a white chocolate Easter bunny. So we're going to give him a really good coat, front and back. And then I'm taking some of that pink drizzle we made to color him in. So your drizzle can be used for all different fake bakes. I just take the brown and color his eyes, and the pink color his nose, and some pink paint on his little tail. And just keep coloring them in. And again, I do coat these with Mod Podge after they're completely dry to make the whole thing super shiny. Here I just put a little bit of glitter on him or her on the Easter egg part. And there's our two lollipops, super cute. These were my first fake bakes I ever made. I was new to doing fake bake. And now I think I was painting the other Easter bunnies and chicks. And I'm doing a monkey. I did 2 chicks, 2 bunnies, a monkey for Valentine's. And I just painted him with the drizzle, and I'm actually doing the second coat on these. And then I did a butterfly. Super adorable. And here's what they all look like. The cupcakes, the cookies, the cookie, the jars, and the lollipops that I made. See how nice and shiny the lollipops are from the Mod Podge and the drizzle? So you can do a lot of things and use a lot of different things for fake bakes. And I hope you're getting a lot of information from this one video. Oh, I did add glitter to that too. Little crystal glitter. I just used clear crystal glitter. And now to show you more fake bake decorating. Again, this one I did this year. Took some more plaster of Paris and mixed up to make some heart lollipops for Valentine's Day. Same thing. Now I do have my rubbing alcohol there to spray it. Give it a quick shake and spray. Add your straws. Some more little plaster of Paris over the edge of the lollipop stick. Sorry, I gotta take my allergy medicines and all. So I'm gonna mix up some more of the plaster of Paris. I just kept a butter bowl and a mayonnaise jar, so I can I can store it in a big cat litter bucket because I bought a big bag. So I'm just mixing some more up real quick. And then I have these little lips. So I want to make some lip lollipops. And that did not work out. I do not recommend trying these little tiny hearts in these type of molds. And this one's super runny, as you say. And I did some roses. These are all candy molds. And those are double hearts. I want to make them like double heart cookies. So now you see it thickening up. Again, just give them a quick shake. Here I have the Mod Podge again with the, I think this is milk chocolate this time. And I have some chocolate covered strawberries. I meant some strawberries, fake strawberries. And I'm just going to dip them into my Mod Podge chocolate mixture. To make some chocolate covered strawberries. Again, here's my drizzle bottles. That one was clogged, but I made these last year. So now we're just going to move them to another clean piece of parchment paper and let them dry. Here I'm decorating some more. If you mess up with them, you don't like the design, it easily washes off and you can dry them and start over again. Which is what I'm doing with that one. I didn't like the way it looked. So I washed it off, dipped it back in my chocolate mixture, and drizzled the white on. Now I have the heart lollipops, and we're just going to paint them with the chocolate drizzle mixture. And set them aside to dry. So I totally recommend getting 3 squeeze bottles to have on hand if you're going to do fake bakes. Or maybe 4 for light chocolate, dark chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And then I'm just going to take them bottles and just decorate my little lollipops. That one came out so much better, and so did that one. Oh, yep, we're going to go to the sink and wash it off and try it again. Give it a quick coat and repeat. That was the problem, it was getting clogged. Take 3. Now we're going to take our lips and we're going to use the pink drizzle that we made in our bottom and just paint that on. Same with our little purrs. I just paint the whole thing. So now we have a strawberry lollipop. chocolate lollipop. And I took one of the hearts and I painted them pink. I think I did it pink and I did it white. Then I did a really cool one. Like, this is more looking like candy, but the other one that I did ended up, it was really wild looking. The way it turned out, and you'll see. Like, I did a boo-boo, and the boo-boo turned out excellent. So now I'm just making a couple chocolate roses. I'm taking one of the hearts. Oh, here's the heart that I messed up on. Turned out great. Painted chocolate. Took the white drizzle and put it around the edge. Thought that was cute. Now I have some homemade clay here. And I put some paint in this and made it like a dough color. And I'm just cutting it out with some cookie cutters. Geez, I can't talk tonight. I'm just coating it with some Mod Podge. Oh no, it wasn't. I was using water. I'm sorry. Just smoothing it out. Now I'm taking the Mod Podge to give it that glazed look as a glazed donut. And I have some fake little sprinkles here of some hearts. And I'm just going to place them randomly all around my donuts. And then just let them sit here and dry. And they turned out really, really nice. Look like real donuts. Real glazed donuts. I was super pleased with this one. I didn't show it, I guess. I don't know. On the one I messed up on where I just added the double heart and added the white. I didn't care for the white being so bright and I washed it off. And it made the cookie a different color on the hearts. And it looked so much more real. And you'll see that in the final reveal. It's had all different color, little size heart sprinkles, and I'm just adding them all around. Now, this is colored homemade paint clay. So I took my homemade clay and I colored it with paint, and I'm taking them cookie cutters I used in the beginning and I'm making conversation heart cookies in pastel colors. I recommend keeping this refrigerated so it does not go mildew when you're not using it. And you can dry these in the oven or let them air dry. Again, on low temp. Turning them like every 10 minutes. But I didn't do that. I just let them sit in there dry. And this clay does last. Once it's dried, your project doesn't go mildew or anything. Here I made some yellow. I made yellow, brown, blue, and pink. I still have plenty left over. It's in my fridge. I'm sure I'll come up with a use for it for summertime. And I just have the cornstarch down on my countertop so it doesn't stick. And it is sticking. I wasn't sticking it in the cornstarch. You're supposed to stick the top in the cornstarch so it doesn't stick to the cookie cutter. I don't know what I was thinking of. Now we're working. Because now I'm sticking it in the cornstarch. Now we're sticking to the counter. Oh. So we made conversation hearts with hot glue, and now we're making them with clay. And here's the donuts. They're still drying. The Mod Pies will turn clear, and here's the final reveal. And I love that bottom cookie. Oh, I did put it over it again. So I wiped it off, then put it over again. And then there's the conversation heart cookies. Oh, and I went and painted some of the lollipops red, and I didn't even show that. I'm sorry. And that's just a candle I made, but that's not a fake bake. And now, to show you some more. Now we're going to make some fake bake out of polymer clay. So here I have red, pink and white polymer clay rolled out into a log. And I bought these lollipops. I thought they were super cute at Hobby Lobby. And I wanted to make some to add into my little Valentine's decor. So I'm just rolling them out. And then we'll twist it together. Best as I can. And then keep twisting the ends. And any spots I see that need to be twisted because it is super long. And this was like an inspiration thing I was doing. I never did get all my Valentine fake bakes done. And I didn't this year either. I didn't get the cupcakes or anything done yet. So now I'm just rolling it to blend them colors together. And again, this is polymer clay, so it'll have to be baked by your package directions in your oven. So I'm just making like a heart shape for the center. And then I'm just going to keep like wrapping that around. So you want to get your basic shape done first, and then continue wrapping it around. And if you need something to help you, like a wooden skewer for the top, that was a little thick there, so I'm just thinning it out. And just make your big lollipops big as you want. And I'm just going to take my razor blade here and just cut it off. And still shape it a little bit on top. And I have these metal skewers that I got in the clay section, so I can bake them. And then here's where I made, with the extra, some little clay hearts that I used in the beginning of the video on the little gingerbread men, kids. So don't let your scraps go to waste. So now I have all my pieces baked. And I painted some wooden skewers white. And have some little tiny bows that I had in my stash. I think I got them at Michael's on clearance a long time ago. If you're wondering about the tree in the background, I do have a video on how to make that ombre Valentine's tree out of rose petals. But I'm just going to hot glue it together and add my bow. Now you can cover these in cellophane. At the time I didn't have it, but I do own it now. And I would just say, if you're going to use cellophane, wrap it around, then take a rubber band and twist it around one of them little clear rubber bands from Dollar Tree, and then add your bow. But it's polymer clay, so you can easily clean it. I'm not concerned about wrapping it like a real lollipop. I like the way it turned out. So now I'm just going to cut them down to size, different sizes, and add them into my cup with my little lollipops. And here's what it looks like. Here's another type of clay you can use to make your fake lollipops. Now to use polyfill for fake bakes. So I'm taking a piece of paper and I'm making a funnel. Now another thing you can use, and I have bought a Dollar Tree, and I am going to put on this because it turned out really pretty, is you can use party hats. I found really pretty party hats at Dollar Tree. By the time, I didn't think about using party hats as cones, and I never even looked in that section, because this is one, again, new to fake bakes. but party hats is a great idea for your cones. So I made my cone out of my piece of paper. And I'm just hot gluing it in place. So there's a little tip for you. Party hats. Because they're already rolled up like this in the Dollar Tree, they're not even connected. And I'm going to take a wooden skewer and some of this polyfill I got at Hobby Lobby at Easter. And I'm just going to wrap it around the bottom. And we're going to start making ourselves some cotton candy. And we're just going to keep hot gluing it and adding it. And shaping it as we go along. Spinning it. I will say, the polyfill I got this year when I just did my last little gingerbread train for Easter was totally different. It was more fluffier than this one. It felt different too. I think they used a different material this year. So I'm just trying to fill it in, build it up. But if you don't have the polyfill from Hobby Lobby, you can color it with chalk. Or makeup. Eyeshadow, blush. Yeah, see, I see the totally difference between the one I just bought between this one. This one's so much more lumpier, not as fluffy. It's weird. But luckily this turned out good still. And I'll show you my little tips and tricks. So we did our yellow, now we're going to add our pink. Our cone looks all funky. I mean, our cone. Oh my. Our cotton candy looks all funky right now. Really wonky. Need to fill it in some more. Build it up. Fluff it up. Glue it into place. Now that I do have cellophane, I would wrap this in cellophane. Here I'm just taking a piece and rolling it in like a ball. Try and clump it together, fluff it out, and glue it on top. To make the top fuller. Now I'm going to take some pink glitter and sprinkle on it. Put the skewer through my cone. Add a little bow here. I'm just making a little shoelace bow, trying to anyhow. And that's my way of doing it. Just make a one loop, glue it, make another loop, glue it, and then glue it in place. Just securing down my polyfill some more. That's not looking right. Add some more glitter. I do add hairspray. There we go. And I spray it with some hairspray to make it stay in place better and the glitter to stick. And there's the trick. Then just dabbing it around, rolling around the glitter. Now we'll shape it more too. Just rolling it. Just add my little bow. Now I have some beautiful little pretty cotton candy. So there's the trick. Add hairspray to it. And some glitter for some shine. Now to use Easter eggs and glitter to make some gumdrops. Now remember, oh, no, I didn't say it in this video. Sorry. I always save all my foam pieces no matter what it is, whether it's styrofoam, this type of foam that comes in packaging. So I'm just going to trace my egg out, cut that, so I can fill in the bottom of my Easter egg. This is a quick, easy DIY, great to get your Easter eggs now, since they're all on clearance. Then we're going to give it a coat of Mod Podge. And you need to also do it with foam eggs. If you buy foam eggs, you cut them in half, you have a quick little gumdrop. And I've done that with my gingerbread train. And you just coat them with glitter. And then if you have a pink egg, you paint, coat it with pink glitter. And that's how you make cute little gumdrops out of Easter eggs. Quick, easy, simple. And they look nice. So stock up on them Easter eggs now while they're on clearance. There you go. Then you can go back in with some more Mod Podge and fill in where you might need some more glitter. Let them dry. If you want to add another coat, you can. And there's what a pink one looks like. Now to make rice sprinkles, and you can do the same way with Sam, which I do show later on in this video. So I have some rice here with some food coloring. Now I like it this way. You can add some vinegar to make it completely solid. But I like the mixture of the white and red for sprinkles. So you just mix it with the food coloring, dump it out, and let it dry. Now I like that mixture because it's different tones. If you want it one solid color, add vinegar just like you're going to do your Easter eggs. So we did the red. Now we're going to do the blue. I just add a couple drops. Mix it in my baggie. And then dump it out and let it dry. Now if you're worried about critters, I don't recommend this. I don't have critters. I'm not concerned about it. I use rice for a lot of DIYs. Even when I did my little sock bunny, I used rice. And then I'm going to do a purple. And then I'm going to do a green. So now I have 4 different colors of sprinkles that I didn't have to waste hours of making it out of polymer clay. And it dries pretty quickly, as you see. And we're going to mix it up again. Again, you can add more if you want more solid. Make it the way you want. The way you like. That one's more of a solid color. But there's how you can make sprinkles out of rice. Now let me give you some more ideas. on making fake bakes. Now I'm going to show you how to make coffee grounds for your fake bakes. Half a cup of instant coffee, 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, and you're going to mix all that together in a mason jar and keep it refrigerated. When you're ready to use your coffee grounds, you heat it up in the microwave and you mix it very well, and it smells so good. It's great for your fake bakes, antiquing, with a few simple little products, and I still have it in my fridge and I made it a year ago. And then I'm going to show you some ways to use this. You can make it as light as dark as you want. And I think I go and grab something. Oh, a piece of paper just to show you how it antiques on paper. It antiques on fabric. It antiques on your fake bakes. Again, you have to microwave it to heat it up, stir it up, because it gets thick on the bottom and you gotta remix the mixture. But it smells wonderful. It makes your house smell wonderful. Then when you're done, just store it back in the fridge. And now, let's show you how to use it. So we're going to make a faux lemon pie here with air dry clay. So I have my Crayola air dry clay. I saved this little teeny tin from a real pie that I ate from Walmart. Remember, recycle, recycle. So we're just going to knead our clay, warm it up in our hand, get a piece of parchment paper here, flatten it out, keep rolling it, getting it warmed up, take my rolling pin. It's a cheap little rolling pin I got from Dollar General. And then just roll it onto your little pie tin, press it around. Just keep working it on the edges and the bottom just to mold it to the pie tin. And then take a little pokey tool, make some holes in the bottom like you would a real pie. Then we're going to take some scissors and trim around the edge to cut the excess off. Just fix around the edges like I'm doing there. Now we're going to start pinching it to form our pie crust. Give it a little design. Now just make sure it's pushed in from your edges. And then I'm going to take, believe it or not, this is an end to a bunch of flowers that I cut off. So I'm just using that to press in to give it more texture. Can use anything when you're crafting. See how it's giving a lot more texture? And the reason I'm poking holes in it is because we're going to fill it and we still want it to air dry. So here I have my coffee grunge all nice and heated up. I'm going to shake it up really good and make sure it's mixed well. And I'm just going to take my paintbrush and add a little bit and rub it around the edge of the crust to tint it. Now you can wait for it to dry and add several layers to whatever color you want. And I'm going to give it a quick dry here with my heat gun. I actually should have left it with the one coat. Instead of doing anything else to it. So here I'm taking some distressing ink, just so I can make them edges that are sticking up a little bit darker, just like when you do when you bake. So here I have some clear caulk. It doesn't look clear because it dries clear. So it makes this process a little difficult. And then I have some yellow alcohol ink. Actually, it says clear on it. Now that I remember correctly. But it comes out white and didn't dry clear. It's still pretty solid yellow. Looks like a custard. I still have all these. So I just add a few drops. Now I'm looking for some popsicle sticks here to stir it up. And I'm going to keep adding drops till I get to the color I would like. Now it doesn't look like this after it dries. It looks like a custard. Up here I go at, oh maybe that's why I added some yellow paint into it. And that was a school bus yellow. Ah, maybe that's why it didn't dry completely clear. But then again, I wouldn't want it completely clear anyhow. Oh, so I did good. I wasn't going to waste all the alcohol ink. So you don't even have to worry about the alcohol ink. Just add your paint to it. And then we're just going to fill our pie up. Make sure you push it to your edges close as you can to your crust that you colored. I'm going to be bringing to my channel where I'm making candles that are fake bakes. Here I have some lemons. I got them at the thrift store. They're actually foam. So I went and just cut some in half. And I'm just going to add that to my little pie. And I realized even the fake cherries I got off of Amazon are foam. Very interesting. So there's a cute little lemon pie, and I add a little piece of fake greenery. Now we're going to do a faux cherry pie. This one I used a pie mold and made it out of plaster of Paris. And then we're just going to take the same coffee grounds and we're going to just go around and color the whole thing. It will soak it in, so you might add a couple coats. And I'm only doing like around the edge. Because I'm going to add stuff on top. And then I'm going to take some of that clay again. And make myself a pie crust edge. So I can put my little filling in. I wanted to show you two different ways you can do it. If you have a mold or if you just have a pie crust. But not pie crust, pie tin. But then again, if you have just a pie tin, you don't have to use the clay. You can use plaster of Paris. This video is just to show you all different ways you can make fake bakes and all different materials you can use to make fake bakes. As you see there, now I'm just cutting the clay on the inside. It was a little too bulky. And I'm going to color it with the coffee grounds. This clay does stick to this plaster of Paris. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the first one. Trying to give it some texture. But I guess I was flattening it out too much, so I didn't like it. And then I'm just taking this red color. I don't remember what color paint it was. And then just painting the bottom. Trying to put a super thick layer on. That was when I made my drinks. That was clear glue and some alcohol ink that I mixed in. Now I'm going to take some Mod Podge and mix that in, because Mod Podge dries clear and shiny. Now I do recommend going in and adding more of a mixture after it's dried. So here I'm just taking some paint and Mod Podge and going to mix it together in my cup. Oh, then I have these Christmas bulbs. These foam balls from Christmas, but I had nothing red. Except for them. So I'm taking some of these foam balls from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to color them with this Mod Podge paint mixture. And add them to my pie. And here's where those pics I just showed you. I'm going to take some of them and add them to it. That way I have different colored cherries. This turned out really cute after it dried. I just recommend after it's dried, taking some more Elmer's glue or the Mod Podge and mix with some alcohol ink and give it some more of a filling. That's the only thing I would do to it a year later. I'm just going around touching, and I've given a second coat of this coffee grounds, and I'm just blending it in. Which is easily to do since it's wet clay. So it looks like one piece. Then I added a big cherry in the middle. That was from Amazon. I'm going to be making a video really soon to do a different type of fake drinks. So stay tuned for that. I don't want to give it away right now. But they will consist of different fruits. Now I'm going to take a little bit of brown paint just so I can darken the little tips of the pie crust sticking up. And I probably would recommend that over doing the distress ink that I did. I'm just adding it here and there to give us that really good big look. And again, I still have my coffee grounds in my fridge, along with my clay, and it's been a year. Still good. I still use them. I really wish the silicone was clear, like it says. And now I'm going to add some of these darker type of Christmas picks that I had. We're using all kinds of different cherries in this pie. But I recommend if you go and add a second amount of gel to it for some more cream, put it in a little Ziploc baggie and cut off the corner and squeeze it into them open spaces. And there's our cute little cherry pie. And now we are going to make, I think, the drinks. yeah, you can use clear goo or gel candle wax, which is what I'm gonna do next on my next lemonade video and other drinks. I'm gonna use clear gel wax. But here I'm just taking my Elmer's glue. Now I'm gonna let you know, I do not know how long this took to dry. I did this and then I got injured and it sat down in my craft room, and a year later, let's see, I added some yellow alcohol ink and I'm gonna add some white for the cloudiness. Anyhow, a year later it has evaporated some, but it's completely dried, so it would have to be redone again. I guess Elmer's glue has a lot of water in it, and I was told that also by another one of my viewers, that was taking a long time to dry. And then here I'm just adding the same red that I used to do a cherry drink. But I'm going to end up making these with gel candle wax next. But of course, with the gel candle wax, you cannot use plastic ice cubes and plastic fruit. So stay tuned to see how I make a gel candle. Faux drinks. That's where I'm heading to on my channel. Besides resin, I'm incorporating different candles, and I want, like I said, I want the fake bake candles. I love the ones that look like real pies and real drinks and sundaes, and it's just really cool. Just adding some more until I get the desired color that I want. If you ever had cherry juice, it's pretty dark. Cherry juice is very good for you, by the way. So is pomegranate juice. So this can be cherry or pomegranate juice because of the color. But it's cherry in this video. So I have some fake ice cubes here that I bought off of Amazon. And some fake lemon pieces. I'm just going to pour in my glue. Now when it dried, it was... Now my basement is humid in the summer and then very cold in the winter. It is down like someone drank it 3/4 of the way. Which is really weird because I had white glue dry before and it never like evaporated or anything. So that really baffled my mind with that one. This would be a great summer project. The heat outside would really dry it up. And then I'm just going to take my straw and add it to it, and I'm going to cut it down because it's still too big. And my straw didn't fall apart either. I'm going to take another lemon slice, and I have a heat tool that I use to melt my foam. So, eventually I'm going to do that. Sorry. Nope, going to the cherry. I guess we're doing that later. Any day now, right? Guess I'm getting my cherries ready. Now we're going to pour our glue mixture in. I got these cute little cups at a thrift store, so check your local thrift store for things. These are probably like some little type of candle holders. I don't know, they just look like little cups to me. That's what I was doing. So now I'm going to add my cherries. And some more ice cubes. Oh, I went to go get something. Sorry. Hit the camera. I think I went to go get a straw, but I didn't forgot to grab one. I guess I really should have zoomed out on this video right here. Because it's probably where I'm taking my... No? I did get my straw. Yes, I know you're supposed to put the cut end in, but I measured not right. Now here I have a half of a lemon, and I have a foam cutting tool, and I put a little slit melted in it, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the edge of my cup. Then I'm going to take one of them cherries and cut that and do the same thing. Just cut it and then hot glue it onto the edge of the cup. I was just dry fitting it first, making sure it was cut enough. Then just gonna add a couple more ice cubes. I knew I did this, I didn't want to jump ahead. I'm just gonna readjust the way I have things displayed in here. Just mess with it to the way you like it. And I'm just using a wooden skewer to adjust everything. I wanted my cherries down in the drink. Plus then my ice cubes are coated with the same juice color. Again, as I said, it does evaporate, and you will have to add more. Which I did not know when I first did this. I saw other YouTubers do it. And here's what they look like when they were done. And they still all look super cute. Now I'm going to show you a way to use foam clay. We're almost done with this video. And foam clay is great for marshmallows. When it comes to fake bakes. Because that's what it looks like. So I have this white foam clay I got off of Amazon. And when I get a chance, I'll link things down in the description box. Now I'm taking a piece of window screen and putting on my cookie tray thing here. Cooling rack. So I don't have them lines. That was a little melted snowman I had sitting on there. So I'm going to roll it into a ball. For right now, make different sizes. I'm not going to make this super long. If you can hear the blow dryer in the back, I apologize. My husband's blow drying his hair. And any noise that you hear. Otherwise, you'll hear my fan or my AC running. Then you're just going to take it, press from the top, and roll it around in your hand. And then I roll it on the counter some, and I just keep twirling it and pressing it till it forms a marshmallow. And these actually look pretty darn real. Now that I'm air dry, and I keep them in a jar for when I need them. Which I have not used them yet. I have not did a hot chocolate or anything yet. I really want to be able to do... There's another way to use foam clay and fake bakes, and I do want to do a video on that and make a sundae. It's a totally awesome wet method. And that will be in another video. I have tons of stuff in my head that I want to do. It's a matter of getting it all done. See, they look like the Jiffy Puff regular sized marshmallows and the little miniature ones. Do not let them touch each other, remember. They will stick together. So you're just going to press and roll, press and roll. And then just let them air dry for overnight for a day or two before you put them in a jar. Or a baggie, whatever you want to store them in. I store mine in mason jars. I could have swore I cut a lot of this out. Maybe this app acted up again. Oh, it's been giving me problems today. Here's where I wanted to make some more bigger marshmallows. Well, this ain't good. That means my other video that I added to it is not going to be on here then. If it's taking this long, that means it didn't cut it off and add it. Oh no, here it goes. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make peeps, coloring plaster, Paris, and sand for sugar. You can use anything for a mold. This is just an Easter candy plastic mold that I got at Easter time. It came with clay and these little cookie cutters. So I'm just going to mix my plaster of Paris. And then add my paint to it once I'm done whisking it and getting all the lumps out. So I'll have a cute little peeps that's pink. Now I did have a little bit of trouble getting this out. I did see someone use something like this, and I think they coated it with Vaseline. And I think that's what I'll do next time. So you just add your plaster of Paris, give it a shake, tap it, make sure it's level, let it dry. Here it is, after I took it out of the mold and it's dried. Now I have some white sand here. I'm going to add to a bag. Add some of that pink parfait paint. Some Mod Podge. So I'm going to coat my bunny with the Mod Podge. And then sprinkle the sand onto it to look like sugar, like a real peep has. Just like that. Then I end up taking some brown paint, using the end of my pink. Oh no, I used that, drizzle I made. And I just made two little eyes with a toothpick and a little nose. And that's it. And that's another way you can make fake bakes and color your plaster of Paris and make your sand sugar. And then just give it another quick coat of Mod Podge. Thanks for watching. God bless. If you really got a lot of information from this video, let me know. I appreciate it. Like and share. Thank you very much.